Thank you for watching the Love Moments How to Play tutorial. Like most games, the game consists of a deck of cards. To begin the game, you shuffle the deck of cards and pass out 7 cards to each player. You place the remaining cards in the draw pile in the center of the table. You then flip over the top card of the draw pile and place it in what will be known as the discard pile. Now for this example, we will be showing you both players' hands. In a real game, you probably don't need to show your spouse your hand. Now, to begin with, we'll have the top player go first, which can be determined in any manner you wish. Ladies go first, person with the closest birthday goes first, guys go first. It's completely up to you, just so long as you agree. Now, with this 9, that is yellow in the center of the table, the top player who we have chosen to go first can then lay down something of the same color, so a yellow card, something of the same number, so the pink card, something in sequential order, like an 8 or a 10, or they can lay down a wild. For the example chosen in this video, we have chosen the top player to lay down a 10. Now that once the 10 is laid down, we then can see what the bottom player can lay. He has 2 red cards of the same color. He has a yellow 10, which matches the number, and he has a 1, which is in sequential order, because the numbers of the cards go 1 through 10, and once you reach 10, it starts over at 1. So, with this in mind, we can say that the bottom player laid a yellow 10, and play continues on this way with each person laying down a card. Now, for example's sake, we'll say that these are the only cards left in each player's hand, and we're down to the 4 which the top player has just laid. So the bottom player then lays his 3, which is in sequential order, and the top player decides to lay his wild. Now the significance of a wild is that you can lay it on top of any card. However, it just replaces another card, so you have to name the color and the number that it's used. It either has to be a red card or be a number value of 2, 3, or 4 for this example, because the bottom card is a red 3. Well, for this, we're going to say that it is a red 7. And that works because it would be replacing a red card. Now, since the bottom player cannot play on a red 7, they must draw a card and add it to their hand. Once they add a card to their hand from the draw pile, then their turn is complete, and it is now the next player's turn, and upon which the top player has just laid their last card. That card is then what we call called out. The called out card is read by the person who still has cards remaining in their hand, so the bottom player, and they perform the action or answer the question that is on the card. In this case, the bottom player would need to serve their spouse by getting them a drink of milk, getting them some cookies, doing the dishes, any service that you can think of you can do in this game. And that is how easy the game is to play. And to continue playing, once the service is complete, you can shuffle the cards and you can go again. And you can play as long or as short as you want. If you only have time for 1 round in a night, then you only do 1 question or 1 action at the end. If you have time to do more than that, you can do more than that. Sometimes a question will spur a conversation, and so rather than playing the game again, you'll spend the next half hour having an honest conversation about how things feel and about what you think. And the goal is that behind this, that you'll be able to grow closer, both emotionally and physically, to your spouse. I hope you enjoyed watching the tutorial, and if you have any other questions, feel free to comment or shoot us an email with a question. Thanks.